Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a thready thread of thready gentlemans.
Oh, it's a thready affair.
That's Chris, Leopold, and I'm Winslade. Welcome to our show.
Wait, what was that? Leopold,
Winslade.
And Chris, did you say?
There is actually a name somebody gave me recently that I just thought was brilliant, and he does a podcast, and his name is...
Helen.
Horatio Gould.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. If your name is Horatio, I don't even care whether you have a small penis. In theory, you have a gigantic one, and that's all that matters.
I think it very much depends on the ethnicity, because, like, if it was a white guy, Horatio Gould, he has got a tiny pecker. No grippage to speak of. It's all
that's what I mean. It is physically small, but it's theoretically and metaphysically
large.
A hog. Because your name is Horatio. Like, you pull it out, and then the girl goes, oh, and you go, yeah, but my name's Horatio. And she goes, oh.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
I don't know why that makes sense, but I know what you mean.
I mean, who's going to win her battle of Trafalgar? Do you know what I'm saying? Hello and welcome to The Thread of Gentlemen,
a podcast where we take a kamikaze dive into the best
and often worse tales the internet has to offer.
I'm Johnny.
I'm Ben.
I'm Charlie. And without any further ado,
I think we need to get this show started. Oh, threads. My fellow thready weds.
What shall we? Should we just? Do you want to just jump straight in?
Why fucking loop up,
listen,
man?
guy,
Who needs foreplay? Let's just dry dog it, you know?
We're here to do some fucking stories.
Make me bleed, you bitch.
They'll get moist eventually.
Wowee.
Exactly.
Gentlemen, who wants to go first this fair evening?
Winslade, would you like to go first?
Which one of us is Winslade?
See, that's the I'm going to let you
It doesn't matter. I mean, I've got a bigger dick, so I'm Horatio. Let's
You're Horatio. Well, you've seen one of my bollocks this evening. So
yeah, well, very true. Yeah, let me unzip my member.
What did you see this week that made you feel a certain way?
I mean, it's from one of the finest pieces of literature that I think money can buy. And we were, before this podcast started, audience, we were talking about Tolkien, but I think he fucking quakes in the greatness that is Sunday Sport.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
And the front page, amidst a number of things that I just don't even want to bother reading, the main headlines was boiled egg up bum champ banned from every bus in Britain.
I don't know how this has come back to haunt us.
Yeah.
Is that one we've done before?
No.
What? We did the vagina.
You mean old eggy egg?
Oh,
yeah.
Well, this is a recurring thing. It's a little bit...
Only in England.
Yeah.
You're making me hungry with all of those things. This
isn't happening in Germany or France. Do you know what I mean? They've got their own problems.
You need to ban the guy from the bus. You just need a good old trebuchet, don't you?
Trebuchet him into the North Sea.
Yeah.
We got sent, by the way, we got sent some more fucking trebuchet shit of there's some naughty people in the Middle East. Now, I'm saying that vaguely.
Okay.
Because no, hear me out.
Danger zone.
Because in the video, I can't remember which side of said tall wall they're on, so I'm not going to offend. But they have built a trebuchet because modern warfare doesn't get over the top of it because of sensors and everything.
John
so they've
right.
just been sending burning shit over the top of this wall.
I've seen that too.
And now we keep getting it sent to us on TikTok because we keep talking about fucking trebuchets.
I was ridiculed for the trebuchet concept, okay?
Rightly so.
Yeah, and you still will be.
Let's hold on a minute, because not even Jerusalem's walls could stand to it 1,000 years ago or now. The trebuchet, sir, just like the words of the Bible, stand strong, and they are infinite, and they touch everybody of every generation, including the people where the cow that's being hurled at them touches. The trebuchet is and will always be the answer.
The headline that inspired me the most was... Sex with Greg's pasty boiled my bell end. It's a Sunday Sport exclusive, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not even a surprise.
But the thing is, there's nothing better than a cheese, bean and sausage bake, is there? From Greg's. There's nothing better.
In the mouth.
There's a lot of things better than that. but then you're not going to stuck your dick in it.
Okay, here we go.
Whoa.
Charlie,
What do you mean there's a
Charlie.
lot of things better than that? List one thing that's better than that.
I consider myself a bit of a culinary genius.
I consider you a bit of a cunt.
I'm putting these Greggs in a Greg sausage roll is a D tier kind of thing to eat.
Okay, so Charlie, a bean and
that's
cheese
the
melt
best
from
by
Greggs
far.
is part of British culture, and British culture is a culture
Is-
unto itself and full of a race of people. You don't like the food, you don't like the people. Vis-a-vis, you're a bit of a racist, aren't you?
You are a racist.
I think I'm better than everyone that eats that.
Well,
Fucking Tories.
yeah.
But no, it's not.
Okay,
It's,
we'll meet in the middle. You're better than everyone who has sex with a Greggs.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like you were saying about how you can eat anything once, I imagine you can only shag a pasty once because you're going to have a burned little Anakin nub by the end of it, aren't you?
But you just imagine, a hot bean juice going up the pipe.
Sorry, but John's just gone and put that in my head now. He's just there on the banks of the Bean River, and you're just looking down at your shriveled
You were
knob
supposed
going,
to be the chosen one.
You were supposed to lead us from the sin, not join them.
But
It reminds me of something
apparently-
awful that I once saw. There was this guy, and he put like an elastic band around his dick, and then he put a funnel in it, and he poured hot wax down the
Oh,
tube.
yeah. I
Is
think
he
there
trying
was
to do
that
like
pain
some
Olympics.
fucking relief of the inside of his? Why
Soul.
would you?
Yeah, and we're just kind of like, oh, that's hell on earth.
Yeah.
But in what world would you do that?
You know, you're sick in your mouth. I vomited
Yeah.
into my body when you said that.
Well, apparently, just to end this, the man, and do you know what? His name's Howard. So yeah.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
He's no Horatio, I'll tell you that much.
And do you know what? I'm also going to locate him. He's Howard from Cheshire.
Yeah, this sounds about right, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is accurate. Fuck you, Cheshire.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cheshire.
Could have
Apparently,
guessed all this.
he ended up with a terribly blistered bell end, but he still enjoyed the pasty afterwards. So there we are.
Oh, so he ate the goddamn cummy bloody pasty.
To be honest, I don't know. I've just added that bit in because how could you not?
Yeah,
eat
I
the
mean,
pasty?
he would do, though, because we've heard plenty of stories that would just suggest that is the end destination of that journey.
I'm sorry to all Howards, but it sounds about right.
I also know
honest with
exactly the haircut that guy has. I imagine he has a gel down. Like spider's legs across the forehead.
Yeah, he does. I've got a picture of it, and you're exactly right.
Really?
Yeah.
Exactly right.
He is a Sports Direct connoisseur, that man.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's also got a lot of Sports Direct mugs in the cupboard.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's the guy
doubt.
keeping them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, some of them are full of semen.
Okay, are you guys ready for the first story of this fine day?
Oh, I'm so ready. Hit me up.
This is called The Mysterious Case of the Disappearing Poo. So I'm 17 years old, working at a video store. I have to go for a poo. You're a 17-year-old and you clearly didn't study English.
But also, those things are not mutually exclusive. It's not like, well, I'm 17, I work at a video store. You know what happens next.
Yeah. Like, come on, say it with me.
So I do. I poo, wipe twice. Everything looks clean. Stand up, pull up my trousers, and go turn on my heel to wash my hands in the sink. As I turn, I feel a cold lump in my underpants. Oh. What the fuck? I wiggle, lump smear.
Oh,
Gross. Yeah, should have done English for GCSE. I drop my pants and plop back down in the seat for a look. Shit streaks all over my undies. I am shocked. I wipe my ass again, squeaky clean. I look at my undies, no poop, just the streaks. I get up, pull up my pants and feel it again.
What the fuck is this guy up to?
A cold knob.
Can I take a guess here? Is he got like a hair around his ring like a yak? And is it dangling from the back?
I honestly don't really understand, to be honest.
like
But
I don't know. I'm kind of lost.
The David Blaine of shit.
Well, he tries it for a third time. I drop down on the pot again for another look. More streaks. I wipe my ass. Still clean. What the fuck? So I pull up my pants and bolt to the door. I feel it. I scream, rip down my trousers in the middle of the room and look between my legs. There it was, a little poo dangling from a hair out of my asshole.
Hey!
Got him.
Turns out that every time dropped onto the pot, the poo would float on the surface of the water and drift under the toilet seat.
How long is his arse hair?
Every time I stirred, it would swing back into place. Couldn't believe it. I had to pull a hair out of my ass like a clown pulls handkerchiefs out of a sleeve. It just kept coming. Okay. I'm pretty sure that was a worm, not a hair. And you've got bigger issues in life than
That's a
this.
fantastic observation. Yeah, he's got to take one.
Yeah,
He must have like a full-on ponytail going on back there.
yeah.
Nice.
But still, thank you very much for sending that one in.
Yeah, I mean, listen, thanks for that. But seriously, just if it's that long, just clipper it or something. I don't know
Thanks,
what you
thanks
do
for
with
dangling that nugget.
knowing that we'd bite. You baited us, sir.
There's like two things on earth that I really fucking hate in the animal kingdom, and one of them is the botfly, but the other one is tapeworm. It might be the most revolting creature on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen really weird footage recently of like bears having tapeworms, and they've just got this like rope of just coming out of them.
That is so the worst thing. It's
Let
like,
me find
what
it and send it to you on
rapey shit
Instagram.
did you do in your previous life to become a tapeworm?
Yeah.
Right, guys, are you ready for me to absolutely lower the tone?
Not really.
I'm still trying to find the
Throw it
bear with fucking piles coming out of his ass.
Is Charlie about to... If you open up a tab, Charlie, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
I've learned my lesson. I'm doing this on the phone. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm sure I'll find it another day and send it over to you.
Yeah, in about 4 years' time, I'm going to get a picture of a bear with a fucking tapeworm hanging out of it. Be like,
Yeah,
I have
be like-
no idea where this is from, but I like
Hey, do you remember when we talked about this on the podcast?
it. Do you remember when we used to do this podcast together?
We're 90 years old and you're like, tapeworm!
Right, this is called the Smellevator.
Go on.
Very nice. I grew up in a high-rise building and I loved it. We lived on the 19th floor and one day I was in the lift with my brother. He farted. It was horrific. Really gassy, eggy, ammonia shit.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, from that description, we all know.
18
We all
floors to go.
Right. Really gassy, egg, ammonia shit. The type that takes the enamel off your teeth. I could feel the air density change before it took on my nose like Mike Tyson. Fucking hell.
I'm really leaning into the smell of this thing.
I love the way, he's painting a picture. I banged my fucking head on it and did a double take.
Solid fart.
Yeah. I looked at my brother and the
Grunt sculpture.
Oh yeah, I looked at my brother and the rotten little bastard was laughing. The lift stops on floor 15 and an old Chinese gent gets on. The door closes and the Chinese fella lets out a "Fwah" and wafted the air.
Do the accent, John.
Go
No,
on.
I
John,
think it's
lean in.
impossible to. No, it's
John.
impossible to not lean in. It's "Fwah." Crouching a tiger, hidden a sheep. I don't know if that could go in. I don't know.
It's not
that's
going
just-
in. John, you
that's
might want to
just
be the
for
one to
me.
edit the entire video.
Anyway, so yeah, he was wafting the air. My bro started laughing, and I was so embarrassed and facing the wall until the laughter finally overcame me too, and I was aware everyone could see my shoulders juddering. I hate that. You know, like
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
when somebody
yeah, yeah.
farts at the funeral and you cannot laugh, but your shoulders go, and yeah.
The teacher just knows you're laughing in class and you're trying to keep it in.
Yeah. And the thing is, usually it is over a fart.
No, I had a really. I was my friend's wedding, and my good friend Steve was sat next to me, and we were talking about stuff. And obviously, this is a wedding in a church, so it had to be pretty kind of serious. And then we were talking about like random kind of stuff. I don't really know how we got into random sex stuff. And then he said we're talking about like whether Jesus would take it in the ass. And my friend Steve said to me, well, even Jesus had a prostate. And I burst out and I was like, I've got to hold this. And I was shaking. Like everyone was looking at me and I was like, I can't laugh. This is a wedding. Like I can't not.
Holy prostate, you've been down too long in the midnight sea.
The thing is, right, on paper, he's not wrong. You know?
Yeah, and
listen.
We're thinking about this scientifically.
Yeah.
I'm sure who doesn't enjoy a digit?
Holy prostate.
Who's to say that at some point, Jesus Christ of Nazareth didn't have a pokey bum wank?
Yeah.
I think that if there was to be any written record of Jesus putting on his Hulk gloves and smashing his own piece, it would be in the Gospel of Horatio.
Wins lead.
That's a wonderful quote.
Anyway, back to the smelly bastard in a lift causing some sort of international incident. Okay, so there's a Chinese guy. He's not enjoying the game. The lift stops at 9 and the doors open. This time, an elderly lady gets on.
Good. Get on board.
And the Chinese man makes a break for it to tap out. As the door is closing, the old lady caught a whiff and shouted to the Chinese guy, "You smelly bastard!"
Yeah. And if you're those guys in the lift still, you're going to be like, yeah, it's definitely him.
That's disgusting, isn't it? To this day, this is the hardest I've ever laughed. A bit of casual racism from the older generation got us off scot-free. I lived there for another 5 years after this, and whenever we were in the lift, the Chinese guy always took the stairs.
Oh, man.
That was a wonderful story. Thanks so much for sending that one in.
If they're in the lift again and they're thinking, I've got another story to send in, where could they send it to, Charlie?
I'm pretty sure you can send in to stories@thethreadofgentleman.com.
All right, guys, this is Johnny. Just letting you know that we have a brand new Thread of Gentleman YouTube channel where you can watch us record this episode and many others like it. We've got lots of exclusive content over there, like our Stinky Fish Food Challenge. So if you're a fan of the podcast, you're enjoying the show, make sure you come hang out with us over on YouTube. Just search Thread of Gentleman on YouTube and hit that like and notification bell. All the best.
I do have a story. It's funny you should ask that. The story is titled "Meeting the In-Laws."
Ooh.
Always dangerous.
Yeah, we got some fucking Ben Stiller style story here, haven't we?
I'm going to tell you a very quick story about meeting my wife's mother. Because, it was all going very well. We were having a jovial evening. And I thought it would be funny. Right, because I thought we're all getting on really, really well. This is the only time where the filter has clicked in and gone, wait, maybe don't say that. So the evening was winding down and I heard myself say it in my head, but luckily it didn't come out of my mouth. And what I was going to say was, this has been good, but are we having this threesome or not? And because we were getting on so well, I thought, she might laugh at that, and then it might all be good. I am so glad I didn't say it because that would not have gone down well at all.
No.
The thing is, that's one of those jokes that 99% of the time fucks you. But then there's the one time you drop that, and you are a hero of the night.
Yeah. I mean, you have a multi-generational threesome, so,
It's not worth the risk.
I did it the other day with my boss. Well, my CEO came over and he's like one of these guys that you're like, just impress. Like, whatever it is. Like, he's the headmaster. He's got that vibe, right? And we're in the kitchen together and I was like, interesting. Talk for a living all day long. Can't think of anything to say. So I was like, any good trips coming up? Because he does travel a lot, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah. We're going to go, we're thinking of going to back to Berlin. I said, you got a place in Berlin, right? He goes, yeah, we got to look after it. Blah, blah, blah. And then like my head went to my Berlin trip and I was going to be like, yeah. And my head is broken down the next 30 seconds of conversation, which is I'm about to say, yeah, we spent a bit of time there. And then we spent a bit of time out in a town just near the old Nazi Olympic arena. And I was like, that's what we call a dead end to a conversation. I was like,
yeah. Absolutely.
There's no reason to bring up the topic of the Nazis with your CEO. Ever.
Or it could have gone the other way and, maybe you guys could have had a secret handshake. And, he might have said, yeah, well, my granddad's name is on a plaque there,
Or he just goes, yeah, we're going to go look at our place. And okay, so we're going to have a threesome or what?
I've got the uniforms and everything. How did we end up at a Nazi threesome? Charlie saved me.
Yeah, no. Ben, story. Go.
1, 2, 3. Try being what I was whenever he wanted to elicit sex from me. So he starts this story, by the way, by saying this was not me, but a distant friend.
Bullshit. No, it's you.
Yeah.
Thank you for weighing in.
Yeah.
My friend has been...
Fuck off, Greg.
See, he's going to keep saying... Oh, fucking Greg.
Fuck.
He is going to talk about the third person on this one, so please just... I'm reading this, but just assume that he's saying I. My friend had been going out with this girl for a few months, and it was time to meet her parents. So he goes over to have dinner with them, and everything is going well. It's always going well, by the way. What I find quite funny about this is that, of course, it was going well because you're about to tell us how it didn't.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd just be saying, it was awful. Whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By comparison with what happened next, it was going brilliantly.
Yeah. Unless you walked into the room and the moment that you were within their company, you weed on them, I'm going to assume it was going well.
Yeah.
And actually, by the way, probably wasn't going well. Conversation was probably fucking stale as Stilton.
Yeah.
So he goes to have dinner. It's going well. Then he gets the urge to take a sweet dump. This is very...
a diabetic poo.
Yeah, he gets up, dabs his mouth with the napkin, goes, if you'll excuse me, with a grin on his face, and trots off.
This is what Imodium was there for. There are a few times in your life you need to clog yourself up.
Yeah, pop 2, take one more, and then call it a day.
Yeah. No, you're not going to be near the toilet for 2 days afterwards. Worth it.
By the way.
What, you wouldn't have a dump at their house?
No, not for the first time.
Would you not?
No.
I am very disrespectful.
No, John, I think what you're looking for is this is not about marking your territory, okay?
I'm going to piss on all their clothes.
Talking of ammonia, by the way, I went through an entire southeastern Asia trip. Never needed the Imodium.
Really?
Yeah. Defecated everywhere. No.
Wherever you want, right?
There it was. People eat salads and they eat washed foods, and I just ate deep fried everything.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
The shit was angry, but it was solid angry. So, however, there was a problem. The bathroom was right next to the dining room, so everything inside could be heard from out there. See, this is why I'm a loud guy, man. It comes out with rage. It comes out with sound. It basically sounds like the artillery barrage right before the Battle of the Somme.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's why you perfect the little cough. You know that.
It sounds like you were choking in there. I'm like,
just a really smelly shit.
I think you lean into it, you just let it all go out, and then you pop out with a grin on your face and you go, excuse me? Sit back down, tuck in the old napkin.
I appear to have pooed in the sink.
Shall we, Horatio? What do you say, Winslade? There was a problem. The bathroom was right next to the dining room. Anyway, so he comes up with a genius plan to cover up the plop sounds. He lays a bunch of toilet paper. That's not genius, mate. That's just a rite of passage. Like, you learn that when you're in your teens. Come on. Because the thing is, you don't want sound, you lay it underneath. You want it. You got a floater, you lay it on top, drags it down. It's like a little poo parachute.
Basic stuff.
So he lays down a bunch of toilet paper on the floor and takes a shit on it.
This is wrong. He's
he's putting together the IKEA furniture,
Ben.
and he's read the instructions wrong.
I'm going to need you to say that again, because it sounded like he just shit on the floor when he was in the toilet.
Incorrect, Charlie. He laid down paper and then shit on the floor.
Okay, I've been in some high stress situations in my time.
Yeah.
At no point would I ever think that to be a good idea.
I think it's amusing that people crumble under pressure. Like, that's somebody
There
who
is
you just
there
don't
is
put in
crumbling
management.
under pressure, and then there's that.
I mean, every time you're under pressure, Charlie, you just seem to be at the business end of an assault rifle, giving your passport to somebody.
Okay. He's doing all of the right pieces, but he's put them together in the most retarded possible way.
Yeah, this is a substitute teacher has come into a rough school and shit the bed, just shit herself and pissed herself everywhere. That's just that comparison in terms of just what the fuck are you doing with your life?
I think the only way that he could have fucked this up even more is if he'd put the paper on the floor and then got into the toilet, put his feet in the water to then squat over the edge and poop on it. Like, that's the it's such a role reversal. It's insane. I really need this to go wrong for him.
Yeah, keep going with this because
Okay.
there's no reasoning behind this.
I don't want to spoil a surprise here, but this immediately goes bad for him. So we put the toilet paper down, and then he's pooped on the paper, and he's saying his plan is to pick up the paper, a la fucking, like a homeless man with his napkin on a stick, right, and just walk off, right. So, right before picking it up, he slips and falls right into the pile of poop.
Oh, there's no coming back from that. You've got to just climb out the window.
Yeah. You're not seeing this person again.
No.
That's not the end.
How did he fuck this up even more?
That is the end. That's you'd be like, guys, I've got to go. I'm never going to see you again.
He slipped, he hit his head on the bathtub, and he knocked himself unconscious.
Oh, Kevin.
What a sight it must have been for his parents and girlfriend. I don't know their relationship status anymore.
Well, I imagine they all walked in, saw the image in front of them, and instantly shot themselves. Because how do you sleep after that?
This is on him. He's fucked up. He fucked up big time.
Why did it take you so long to come to that? Like you were weighing it up in your head.
Yeah.
Yes,
I've come to the
There's
conclusion.
just no justification for that. That is just straight up retarded.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
do you know what I mean? Like the Sunshine Bus wouldn't come up with this idea.
That is mountain ignorance meets autism.
I think you just get in the car and drive off the cliff.
Like every now and again, like I kind of feel like imagine like if all humans had like just like a suicide button in them, then you just be like, no, done. I think that's when you just do it. You'd kind of wake up covered in your own filth, looking at a girl you like and her parents, and you just be like, no, done,
Done.
I've got this
for me.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Oh God, is that the lowest point? That's pretty low.
that's pretty bad.
It's up there. It's
It
up
is
there.
up
I
there.
also just want to say thank you for sharing the story about the time that you knocked yourself unconscious on the toilet, because it's not your friend.
I appreciate you tried to hide it as someone else, but thank you for.
I would be more
appreciative.
appreciative if somebody went, look, this really did happen to somebody else, but I realised what's going to happen, so let's just say it was me. And we'd be like, you know what? That's fair enough.
Yeah.
the moment
I'd
you
respect.
go-
I mean, it's still you. Like,
Happened to
I
a
would
friend.
absolutely respect that.
yeah. Oh man. Well, listen. Thank you for sending that in. Take a long, hard look at yourself, and I don't know, maybe consider donating your body to science or something.
Not your brain. No one really needs to.
And also, I was thinking, like, how is putting the toilet paper on the floor actually going to really... That's not going to do much in terms of soundproofing. It works in water, so you don't get the skadoosh. But on the floor, you're just going to get a slightly more muffled. You know?
You're still going to get the fart.
Yeah, you got to get the...
Unless you've got both hands to spread, and then
They're like, they knock on the door at that point. They're like, John, you're right. It sounds like you're laying down a pastrami in there. What's going on? Like,
Also, why does it have to be me?
You're in the middle.
Why-
Did you drop a wet towel or something? Like,
yeah. Did you drop a bag of potatoes on the floor? What's going on?
Oh,
John?
fucking hell, that's horrible.
I mean, well, listen. Thank you very much for sending that one in. And if you also have a story you want to send in, say it's a friend's name. Do whatever you want. But send it into stories at the Thread of Gentlemen, and also like and subscribe and comment on whatever you want. Gentlemen, the question for this evening: what's the most inappropriate thing you've done in someone else's house? Okay, I was at a mate's house and I ate too much pizza and shit the bed. Then snuck to the bathroom to assess the damage, realised how bad it was, and threw up all over the bathroom and myself while sitting in the toilet. It was horrible.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, walk away. You're never going to see that friend again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A night of tequila at a friend's parents' house turned into a naked pool party. Nice. At some point late into the night, I felt stomach sick, but I was too drunk to look for my clothes, so I ended up going to her mum's rose garden on the side of the house and dropping a major slippery shit. Luckily, a different friend found my clothes and brought them to me, and we left. I felt so bad, I called her the next day and gave her a heads up and apologised. She laughed, but I always wondered if her mum ever found out.
Why would you you robbed the bank and got away with it?
Yeah, that's not for you.
Plus, it's just fertiliser, and she probably thinks it's just a big fox, isn't it?
A fucking massive fox.
This one's not good. I masturbated in my aunt's closet when I was a teenager because I was horny, and that was the only place I could have some privacy.
That's not a good enough reason, though, is it?
That's
and also, that's not really the reason, though, is it, Greg?
Yeah.
Auntie Shazza's got a nice perfume and tickles your fancy, doesn't it?
Yeah, like and subscribe. I know we can't control ourselves well when super drunk, but the decision we make as to where to piss is always the funniest to me.
Yeah,
I get this.
I suspect you do, because I remember not so long ago there was a mutual friend of ours that was walking along a high street, cock out, just pissing.
Was that me?
It was you, yeah.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Not even holding it, just happily pissing on his own shoes as he walks along.
Fire hosed it, did you?
Listen, stag do.
Hey, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a stag do, not a city break. So, like back in college, one of my buddies passed out drunk on the couch. He woke up, put his shoes on, and then went to the corner of the living room to piss there. Another time,
did he put his shoes on?
He thought he was outside, didn't he?
Feet in the slippers, like.
Yeah. Another time, I saw my passed out friend in the middle of the night wake up. We were both hammered. He stood up, walked to the sofa chair, lifted the cushion like a toilet seat and pissed into the core. I stared with foggy observation. He closed the seat, went back to his couch and was snoring within 20 seconds. Good try, bud. I like that. He gave it a go.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
I banged my ex in my grandma's bed on Christmas morning.
On Christmas Day in the morning.
Listeners, we got to sort this out. I don't want to hear more.
Yeah, this is not the first time this has happened.
This is family member stuff and the sexcapades. Let's put the kibosh on that one, yeah?
I'm not a fan of that.
No, a fan.
I mean, the subtext of that is she'd actually died the night before. Ooh. So
still in the bed, still cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Rigor mortis.
Exactly.
Hands still stiff though.
Oh, yeah.
Holes is holes.
Listen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Holes is holes. Doesn't matter if they're old and dead.
I think we've reached our limit there, haven't we, though?
Hold is holes. Flaps is flaps.
Flaps.
I know GTA's got a big map, but it still has its boundaries, and I think we're pushing those, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. Well, we're off grid.
There's only so many holes that are holes, okay?
No,
don't make me be the bad guy here, guys. Let's keep playing in the playground, okay?
You know the rules. I went home with a guy. I'm not particularly quiet during sex if I don't have to be, and I assumed he lived alone. But apparently he shared a wall with his senile great-grandmother, who awoke during a ruckus and came storming into his room yelling for him because she was confused and terrified of the sounds. He had to walk her back to bed, and I had to help him lock all the doors in the house so she wouldn't run away.
Oh, good dementia. God. That's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
You know what's sad about that? It's a great-grandmother. That's probably somebody who saw both world wars. And then that's the end of your life, is hearing your great-grandson pork.
Yeah.
Oh. But, you know, there's maybe a small part of her that was like, that's my boy. Oh, he fucks like Alfred.
He sounds like him too.
Yeah. Why is he now like a 30s gangster? Yeah, see? Fucks like my grandson, see?
I'm thinking of my nan and I need to not think about that. I unloaded a massive amount of jizz into my friend's couch as a teenager once. Just put a cushion on it.
Oh, that's not enough
Great.
cleaner.
I'm a
The
bit
thing is,
like that.
It takes a while for anyone to notice, and that's worked its way into the fibers. Like you've impregnated the sofa.
Yeah, I like that. That's
See, we're assuming that it's dried. I'm just imagining like trying to pick up that cushion half an hour later and just full on string theory, like 8 ropes holding it. God damn.
peed into a full dryer of clothes, then turned on the dryer for 90 minutes. That's really good. Yeah, but I like that.
I do know.
That's nearly an act of terrorism.
I do know somebody who there was a communal washing machine, shall we say, and he knew he was going to be leaving this particular establishment, and he did do a massive shit in there and put it on a hot wash.
Oh, good man.
Oh,
Yeah,
there is not enough non-bio to get rid of that.
Okay, so this person got blazing drunk on Guinness and port in a local bar till around 3 a.m.
Nice.
Messaged an old high school flame that I saw was still online. Walked about 8 miles to her house. She messaged when I was about 30 minutes away to say she'd left the front door unlocked and to come upstairs when I got there. About 500 yards from her house, I got the urge for a Guinness shit, which is a big shit.
Oh, yeah.
I walked straight into her house, straight into the downstairs toilet, and in my drunken state, I struggled to get my pants down while staggering around in the dark. I painted a lot of her bathroom Guinness poop black, smashed the mirror and cabinet with my head, and passed out on the floor. I got woken up by an officer of the law after the commotion woke her up in a panic, and she phoned the police because she forgot she invited her idiot drunken friend round. That's incredible.
That's like
pretty wild.
how your evening goes wrong in 30 seconds.
Yeah, really, Jesus Christ, it does.
But also like a Guinness shit, like it's made of iron, sir.
Yeah.
You know, like that's going to take down the walls and everything.
This person puked in a ventilation system of a friend's dad's house.
Beautiful.
Legends say you can still smell it 7 years later. I believe you.
Oh, man.
This one's terrible. I jacked off sniffing my aunt's bra that I took from the laundry basket.
Charlie, that's 3 now.
What's going on?
No, I was 17. You know better.
Yeah, that's not. He's trying to use
pal.
that as an excuse.
Yeah,
that's like Himmler, you know, saying, "Well, we were all doing it." You know, it's like,
bad
Why
form.
does he sound like the Count? One joule.
yeah, what?
I'm just going. Okay, I'm gonna steam train through this.
Don't talk about steam.
Station rail tracks.
I love the chaos. I love the chaos.
Hello and welcome to the Thread of Gentlemen.
We'll try again next week.
What's in that cup, John?
I was Zyklon B. I was house sitting and my girlfriend came over and we had a lovely encounter and she became fountainous in the guest bed. We flipped the mattress and hoped for the best.
I love that. She became...
Fountainous.
Firstly, that was written by Horatio. Oh, it was a lovely encounter.
Yeah.
Fountainous. Oh.
Fountainous.
Got fountaneous, you know what I'm saying?
Fountaneous.
This isn't good. I was jerking off in my friend's mum's bedroom and she walked in on me just as I was shooting a load all over her pillows.
Nice.
Why-
I've seen
no,
that porno, though. That usually goes quite well.
yeah. If those documentaries on Pornhub have taught me anything.
Yeah.
Problem
You're
is,
about,
if you-
I don't know, 3 minutes and 20 odd seconds, but who's counting away from a blowjob?
You've blown. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've blown the
'Cause it goes-
chance and the load.
It goes to blowy, then it's like a little bit of hoon lick, and then it's some fooling around, and then we shoot the load of the old chizzy.
If it was just gently touching himself, you'd probably get away with some sex. If you just blow in the load, then it's a waste of time
he
for
made the
everyone.
mistake, man. He should have worn his plumber's outfit. That would have at least given him some chance.
Okay, this again, another one. Babysat this kid.
Okay, right. This is the... Well, thank you for listening to the Thread of Gentlemen this evening.
This was sent in by Ian Watkins.
Yeah. Okay, I'm
and I
going
was
to
at
keep
this
quiet
kid.
for this one.
He had a hot mum. We're back in okay territory.
Okay, we're back. Well, possibly back on track.
I went through her G-strings and jizzed. You're a criminal?
Yeah.
You are a criminal. But also, why start off with the kid? That's a really weird place to start.
That's
a word that was not needed in that.
Do you know what it is? It's just horny teenage boys wanking on
I think
everything.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is that, like, jizzing is jizzing.
Holes is holes, jizzing is jizzing, you know?
just going to power through with this last one here. I banged a new acquaintance in her apartment at her new waterbed, on her new waterbed, sorry. So far, so normal, right? Well, I stayed overnight and she went to work early. She told me I can stay a bit more and I just needed to close the door when I was awake. An hour later, I heard the door. It was her ex-boyfriend. Turns out it was his apartment and he was just staying with his parents until she found a new apartment. So I was standing there in my underwear in his apartment. He was pretty chill about it and just asked me if I could carry his TV to his car. I said yes and booked it. Days later, it turned out that he actually was her TV and he just stole it to spite her.
Nice.
So not only did I trespass in someone's apartment, I also committed theft in there.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's fucking great. That's
Excellent.
fantastic.
So basically,
Yeah.
what's quite funny is you fucked her twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah, no, do you know what? That's my favourite one of the whole bunch.
Yeah, because
Nice
no
bit
one.
of revenge.
Yeah, no one was a criminal.
Yeah.
Well, no, this guy
There's
was.
a bunch of
but
sex
like,
offenders and thieves in there. Jizzing on the mum's pillow. That's so specific. I love that.
guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you
very
so
much.
much for a wonderful, fantastic episode 57 of the Thread of Gentlemen podcast.
Send in your stories to all the places that Charlie always says.
Send them in.
Yeah.
We want to hear them.
Throw them in, trebuchet them in,
Trebuchet them to
email them
us.
in,
Into our inbox.
write in them, shit in them, stick them, fuck it, put it in your pocket, suck it. Whatever you want
Yeah,
to do.
do we like?
Thank you. Good night,
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
Can clapping.
All the best. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Just roll the credits. Roll the credits.
Bye-bye.